Yo, what's good in your hood? It's your boy Stewart, J Stewart, Free Stewart on Instagram. Stewie do it because I stay doing and moving. And Stewie Damas for the sake of this conversation. Okay. We are back again on the Good in the Hood page as well as the Gorilla Fingers page for your first installment of Conspira-See-the-future. So we're going to do a lot of installments of this. We're going to touch up and break down some theories, get to the truth, drop some theories that you may have never heard, examine some theories. We're just going to get into it. Today, let's talk about the Fani Willis YSL conspiracy theory that Donald Trump dropped the other day. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Also, on a much heavier note, we send our condolences out to everyone in the Maui fire, but we're gonna touch up on that too. There's some conspiracies going around. I got tabs open. We're gonna get into this one deep. So, conspire along with me down this rabbit hole. Conspiracy along with me down this road. Let's get into it. First things first, if you guys haven't heard what the allegations Trump has made against Fani Willis. Fani Willis, if you don't know, she's a DA in Atlanta. She just dropped some federal charges on, not federal charges. She just dropped some charges, some felony charges, some state charges on Donald Trump. There's some really bogus charges, but we'll get into that later. But Trump had some stuff to say about Fani Willis. Okay, let's see. He had some words to say about here. He drops a conspiracy. I've been going down this rabbit hole trying to find out what evidence is it, what evidence there is. I'm going to show you what I found. Let's get right into it. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Damn it. Matter of fact, we're just going to share the whole screen. Make this easier for us. Sorry about that. So, first things first. Let's listen to what the allegations Trump is dropping on Fani Willis, the DA that's filed charges against him in Atlanta. Let's see what Trump had to say about her.
As his fourth indictment looms.
They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person who needs to indict me. She's got a lot of problems. But
in case you didn't hear that, let's hear it again.
Or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot.
Let's go back.
They say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office.
Okay.
All right, let's get out of here. We don't even want to see her. So you heard that. It sounds as if Donald Trump is making allegations that Fani Willis is having relations with one YSL gang member that she apparently helped her. Okay, so odd allegations. I wonder where these allegations stem from. So I went down the rabbit hole and let me show you what I found. Okay, there are some rumors of this. This is not a new allegation. People have been wondering this and making this known. But actually, let's not share the screen. I'm just going to go ahead and read this article to you that I found. This is where the allegations stem from, I'm assuming. Okay, and this is a Rolling Stone article. I'm not going to, I wasn't able to get it off Rolling Stones because they want me to sign up for the subscription, and I'm not doing that shit. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen for you, and I had to copy and paste it and rip it from them that way, but you got to do what you got to do. So let's go ahead and get into this article real fast. We're going to see if this clears up anything or if it only brings more to question. Okay, so like I stated before, Fani Willis is the district attorney of Fulton County, Georgia, inside her office chambers in the Fulton County Court Center County. Okay, this is my bad. That's where the interview's taking place. Duh, my bad. All right, so the article starts like Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis has built a reputation as a tough on-crime prosecutor eager to fill Atlanta's prisons through sweeping indictments. But YSL Mondo, who co-founded the Young Stoner Life music crew with Young Thug in the early 2000s, tells Rolling Stones that Fani Willis he sees on TV isn't the same woman who served as his defense attorney in 2019 during an aggravated assault case. Okay, first things first. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Young Thug YSL RICO indictment. A lot of the YSL gang members are facing major charges and federal time and time in the federal prison right now. But for some reason, Fani Willis didn't feel the need to put charges on Mondo. It is a RICO. You go after all the gang members. Am I wrong? Anyways, let's continue with this article. This is not her character. This is Mondo saying that Fani, this is not her character. This is not who she is. He says during a phone call, I done had an auntie to nephew, mother to son types of talks with her. He didn't leave out. He didn't mention any pillow talk. Maybe he just left that out. Okay. I know this is not her character. This is what made me start looking at the YSL case. Like, I know it's bigger than just her. It's politics behind this shit. It's other people that's behind her pulling strings. Okay, so Mondo's really standing up for Fani, regardless of the fact that she has RICO charges against his fellow gang members, fellow crew members, whatever you want to call it. Okay, she just seemed to have left his name off the indictment sheet. Why is that? I wonder. Okay, now the rumor goes, like Trump was stating, is that they have some type of relations. Doesn't seem too far-fetched. It could be, we're Conspira-See in the future right now, so mind me. It could be that Fani Willis and Mondo have a deal. They have a situation going on, whereas Mondo can't come out and speak anything of the relationship that they had. Otherwise, he can end up on this indictment sheet. Or it could be that the deal was made by Fani Willis that Mondo would stay off this indictment sheet as long as he kept his mouth shut. I don't know. Let's get on with this article. I'm just going to read one more paragraph. Willis, who is currently prosecuting Young Thug and 13 other defendants in a RICO case, alleged that YSL is a criminal gang, which he has denied. Well, look at that. Willis is going after Young Thug and 13 other defendants. But for some reason, not Mondo. Now, I see where Trump is getting this conspiracy theory. It's starting to add up. Okay. Let's get back. Okay. Willis is currently prosecuting Young Thug and 13 other defendants in a RICO case, alleging that YSL is a criminal gang, which he has denied. Worked as a prosecutor of Fulton County DA for 16 years, but she briefly left the office in 2018 to establish her own private practice. The law office is a Fani T. Willis, LLC. Mondo, a West Atlanta rapper who dropped his debut album, one of them ones on January 17th, says he had previously known Willis of her reputation as a prosecutor, but his cousin suggested her as a defensive attorney. I never heard of this lady before. I never heard no cases that she fought or nothing. I just went off the strength of my cousin saying that she was a good lawyer, she's a good lady, and she's her friend. I went off that, then I hired her. So, it sounds like a normal case, like, introduce me to your cousin. Shit, oh no, like there's got some legs on this conspiracy. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly read over this next paragraph, see if it's worth reading. Fire. Well, apparently, Fanny got him off. He's still giving her all the props. Yet, she did not put him on the indictment list. Indictment list. Well, that's peculiar. Oh, I guess this one has some legs. I'm gonna go down this one. I just gave you my little bit of evidence that I have now, and we'll continue this as I dig up more on this first installment of Conspira-See the Future. So let's get out of here. Go ahead and stop sharing that screen. And man, now on a heavier note, man, we're about to get into some real deep conspiracies. I got some videos to show you. But first, let me get my gorilla finger popping. Because this is not gonna be a short one. I got tabs for you, but I'm gonna get straight into it. But before we get into the Maui fire, I want to just show you that you can't always trust the media. I know most people depend on their favorite news outlet to inform them. But what you don't realize is that all these news outlets are owned by a handful of people, and they're all scripted. They all read off the same script. Fox News, NSNBC, they read off the same script nationwide. Okay, so they're not on our team. All they do is really set the narrative, tell you what you should believe, but we have to see it to believe it. We need to use our own eyes and our critical thinking skills to dissect what they're trying to drop on us. So first things first, I wanted to play this video to prove to you that with 100% certainty, the news outlets are scripted and not here to inform, but more or less they are here to brainwash, manipulate, gaslight. What else? All that. Let's just start with that, okay? First, let me just go ahead and show you my evidence of that.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
Of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
the sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda.
So, as you can see, we have Fox News, ABC, CBS, and these all act as if they are on opposite sides of the spectrum, when in fact, as you can see from this video.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
The El Paso, Las Cruces communities.
Eastern Iowa communities.
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
One-sided news stories plaguing our country.
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
Simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This
Man,
is
oh man,
to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous.
you guys thought you were being informed.
Democracy.
This is extremely dangerous.
You're being read a script.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Hi, I'm Fox.
All right.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest
We don't need to play that one over. You get my point. You get the point, right? Where we at? And what I was strictly trying to it's to prove to you is that you got to dissect what the media is telling you. You can't trust what they tell you at all. And this is important to know on the Conspira-See-the-future network, because we're going to use their own videos that they present to us to brainwash, manipulate, gaslight us in order to dissect the theory and find truth, find where the truth is at. All right. So we're going to get into this Maui fire conspiracy, see the future. But I'm going to go ahead and play a lot of news networks. We're going to see what they want you to believe. And then we're going to play some videos from regular natives that got the picture for us. They got the video, or they're showing us what's going on in their neighborhood, what's good in their hood. And we're going to use the two to dissect and find where the truth's at. Okay. First off, when I say hood, I don't mean ghetto. That just means where you're from. So these people in the Louisiana, Maui, they did their hood dirty. I'm not going to we'll say that theories for later. Let's go ahead. I want to show you this video of the mainstream media telling you what they want you to believe. Let me get there. I'm fucking up. Wait, hold up. I'm fucking up. Sorry about that, yeah. I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to speed up these guys talking because I can only take so much of their bullshit. Because we've seen that they lie. We see what they say is scripted. I showed you one clip that I can find hundreds just like that. They say the same thing from Fox News, CBS, MSN, MSNBC, CBN, all that shit. All that shit. BBC, Democracy Now! They say the same shit. Excuse me, guys. Here, getting it right there. I'm going to go ahead and share that. Entire screen. Share. Go down this rabbit hole. You can see the rabbit hole. You can see it go down the computer. I just be in this rabbit hole. Man. But I found this very interesting. This is one of the first. This is from Live Now from Fox. We'll go ahead and let you listen to it. I'm going to stop it a couple times, but I'm going to most part let you play it through.
Talk more about this. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
Appreciate you having me. Aloha kako.
Okay, first of all, let me just remind you, we are watching this video. Pay close attention to what they say. It's very important for us to put this taste together and dissect it. We need to see if it matches up to what the video footage that we see. Of course, we know that they scrub the videos from the internet, but we're able to find some, screenshot them, screen record them, and grab them before they're gone, so we can show you and go down this rabbit hole. Let's get into it.
Of course. Well, first off, just tell me what the last few days have been like for you and others around you.
It's a pretty heavy question. It's really been unbelievable. Where I live here on Maui, we were evacuated. My wife and our dog were evacuated. We got all the emergency warnings, and our phones were buzzing. We went in the backyard, saw flames, saw smoke, and knew that it was getting serious. And as I was getting my alerts from Maui County also.
First thing I want you to remind you of what he just said is he said he got the alerts. His phones were going crazy. Let's play it again. He said he got multiple alerts.
All the emergency warnings, and our phones were buzzing. We went in the backyard, saw flames, saw smoke, and knew that it was getting serious. And as I was getting my alerts from Maui County also, I knew that this thing was really taking a turn.
He said he got more alerts from Maui County, so that's 3 alerts that he's stating he received on his phone. Okay.
And as I was getting my alerts from Maui County also, I knew that this thing was really taking a turn for the worse. We've been given warnings since Sunday that there was going to be hurricane force winds from Hurricane Dora that passed just south of us. So there were high wind warnings and red flag warnings. We're in drought conditions here. So it's a recipe for true disaster.
That's another thing I want you to pay attention to, the words that he uses. I showed you the video of all the news networks using the exact same words scripted. That's exactly the same thing they do. When they're reporting it back to you, when they have guests, special guests, they know the keywords to use. And in this case, he said drought conditions, climate change, drought conditions. You're going to hear a lot of that during on the way down this rabbit hole.
And then from Tuesday, night on, it's just been the most surreal thing that you can imagine. I'm fortunate that we're alive. I'm fortunate that our home was spared. I'm fortunate that I'm in a position to be able to go after entertainment folks that I know in my career in the industry to ask for assistance and donations and help. And
okay, I find it odd that his home was spared, but okay, I got some shit to show you about that.
I'm fortunate that our home was spared. I'm fortunate that I'm in a position to be able to go after entertainment folks that I know in my career in the industry to ask for assistance and donations and help. And it's just been, it's really been overwhelming, but, trying to do.
Now, I wonder what kind of help he was trying to contract from the film industry. We all know that when Hollywood gets involved, that's when the cover-up is coming.
My part and help our community.
And sadly, my understanding from Maui County and from the governor is that we've had dozens of lives lost there. And also, it sounds like a lot of people at this point are still missing.
Yeah. The number of deceased that's been reported is probably going to be far less than what the final tally is going to be. There's belief that the fire was so strong and the wind was so strong and the way that it hit Lahaina that there are probably people that literally were vaporized by the fire.
Okay. So it sounds as if this film commissioner that lives in Maui, works for Hollywood, what a coincidence, is already trying to let it be known that they are going to boost the numbers from the final fatality, right? He's saying that more people died than are going to be reported because people were vaporized. Just think about that. They are vaporized in a wildfire.
Way that it hit Lahaina, that there are probably people that literally were vaporized by the fire. The rescue efforts have been consistent and amazing by the folks that the county has brought in to assist in those efforts.
Okay, I'm going to show you later on in this episode that a lot of the residents think otherwise. That they didn't see any firefighters. They didn't have any response when they called for help. The phone lines were down. The internet was out. It's crazy. We about to figure out some shit on this one.
And it's to really think and fathom how this fire started and literally wiped out Lahaina town in 17 minutes. When firemen arrived, there weren't
17 minutes. So they are already positioning themselves, saying that, the firefighters arrived after the whole city was burned down. There's nothing for them to do, so that's why they didn't respond. That's what it sounds like they're trying to tell us.
Planes burning anymore because it happened so quick and so fast.
What sort of stories are you hearing from people who were able to evacuate, to get out of there safely? I know that we've heard reports of people in the Coast Guard jumping into the water to escape. What sort of stories have you heard from folks in that area?
Well, we have a very popular, famous here who's Hawaiian, who lives in Lahaina. His name is Archie Kalepa. Archie is a waterman, very amazing surfer. But any TV show or film that comes to the state of Hawaii and films, Brian is hired as a marine coordinator. So he drives boats, he drives jet skis, he handles the water activity on basically anything in the last 20 years that you've seen filmed.
It's weird. He's speaking of people that escaped into the water from the fire, and now he brings up his friend Marty, who, whenever they film anything in Maui, they call this guy. Hollywood does. What is going on
in Hawaii? He's been a part of as a marine coordinator. So he drives boats, he drives jet skis, he handles the water activity on basically anything in the last 20 years that you've seen filmed in Hawaii. He's been a part of. And he yesterday, the story I heard was that he went out on his jet ski and was pulling bodies out of the harbor. People, if you're on Front Street and you're in Lahaina town and you were trying to escape, at that point the only way to go is into the water. And the smoke was so thick and the heat was so intense that even people that were in the water were inhaling smoke and drowning and burning. And I think that the people that were rescued in the water, that was the only place to go. I know there was a story of three girls that literally hid behind a break wall in between the harbor and Front Street and had masks on. And one of the girls, her hair caught on fire, and that was their escape. And there was just nowhere to go. There was traffic, and people were trying to get out. And this thing consumed Lahaina town in a matter of minutes and destroyed everything in its path. The wind was incredibly strong, the heat, and that's all that it takes to start a brush fire is dry conditions, drought conditions, high winds, and a high wind was knocking over power lines, and any little spark or ember, can create devastation, which is exactly what it did. And, I know there's going to be stories coming out in the next few days about some of the tragedy. And, there's also a lot of heroism right now. There's a lot of people that have lost their homes and are lost everything that they have, and they're still out there trying to help the people that survived. But
so it's out. They already got the cover-up story for this fire. And, there's many conspiracy theories, but we know what they're trying to say. Tell us it was, which, power lines fell down. That's what it sounds like he's saying right there. Power started the fire, which is, not too far-fetched. That sounds about right. However, why weren't the power lines turned off if there's a hurricane en route? How come no one was warned that there was a fire? Why didn't the hurricane alarms go off? I don't know. Maybe they were. He says that they were. So let's go down this rabbit hole.
It's complete and utter devastation beyond what anyone could imagine. It was like an atomic bomb or some huge bomb went off and destroyed everything. It melted everything and destroyed everything. Cement is the only thing that survived.
Like an atomic bomb went off. See, that's leaving room for conspiracy theories. They kind of tell you, they just tell you, who knows if that's what it was, but maybe it doesn't even go that deep. It could just be a issue of incompetence and lack of response. And now they're trying to act like heroes. But really they didn't do their job, which caused a lot of death and losses from families in the area. And then you got to ask, why didn't they respond? Why did they let it all burn?
I can't even begin to imagine. A lot of people I've spoken with have said that the images, the videos just really don't do it justice. And I imagine that is most likely the case for sure. So you, I understand, are actually working to help those who have been directly impacted. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I actually started a GoFundMe, and I'm partnering with the Hawaii Community Foundation. They're a local nonprofit and at the forefront of distributing money, necessary supplies and goods, food, water, communication, those sort of things to the people directly affected. I'm also partnering with the Maui Humane Society. There's sadly images from the aftermath of dead animals in the street, and there's hundreds of dogs and cats that were able to escape and flee that are houseless and don't have homes. And the Maui Humane Society is already tapped out in their resources and their ability to house more pets. Any little bit that we can do to help that situation. It's tragic, obviously, to see humans, and equally as tragic to see pets and dogs and cats that have been killed by this. And so I just wanted to do something to be able to help my community. And there are some great organizations out there and some great nonprofits that are set up to assist this. But I wanted to reach out to the entertainment community. I've spent 25 years in the business. I've been on Maui for 10 as the film commissioner. I worked 13 years for Adam Sandler. I just wanted to use every bit of connection and resource that I have to help in any way that I can. And because I help incoming productions, whether it's film, TV, or commercial, or
What the fuck? He's the dude that any upcoming production that comes to town, he's the dude, the go-to dude. He's got too connected to Hollywood, and now he's just giving his credentials, like letting everyone know how good he did right there on his setup, whatever it is. It's really the cover up. My bad. In my Conspira-See-the-future opinion, Stewie Damas thinks that this is the cover up to either a lack of accountability, negligence. They're negligent. They've been pushing this climate control and not doing what we've been doing for years to prevent fires like this. Like clearing brush, controlled burns, stuff like that, which are good for the land. It adds carbon back to the soil, and it's good for the soil. So, but we've been, in the name of climate control, we haven't been clearing these grassy lands, which they're saying is the cause of this fire. That was the fuel, because you got to have fuel for a fire. We see in the fires in California all the time. We have a lot of big ass weed bushes. There are bushes that have big trunks and shit. And you can see in it's dry. It's obviously a lot of fuel. It's fuel that shit's gonna burn. And if you go up north, there's big ass trees. And if you start a fire in those forests, like you can see, that's the fuel. That big ass tree is going to burn. But this fire was fired. It was able to burn down houses and cars just by being pretty much a brush fire. A brush fire fueled by a hurricane. Okay, let's see.
I do their permitting. I help them hire crew and with accommodations, car rentals, other vendors that are on the island to assist. And so I wanted to reach out to the people in Hollywood that bring that business here and say, look what has happened to us. Please help any way that you can. So I
find it real suspect. I don't remember how much left in the video, but I find it suspect that he's setting up a GoFundMe. The fuck, bro? Your house didn't even burn down. You're obviously somewhere with internet. People don't even got internet in that town yet. You somewhere with internet giving an interview talking about your credentials in the film industry with a GoFundMe. This is the dude that they sent to put the story out there, and they're gonna just let's go along with the story. Same thing, gang.
contacted by HBO and the folks at White Lotus. Mike White himself reached out and wants to help any way that he can. And I think we're trying to plan a benefit concert at this point. And, we don't have a date for it yet, but just anything that I can do to the people that I know the best, which is in the entertainment industry, I wanted to do more. And there's plenty of volunteers. In fact,
we're going to examine some of this video because I'm not a fire expert, but I just want to point out some stuff
and help in the way that I can.
that doesn't look like it would add up.
We love when people come and highlight.
I wish I knew a fire expert.
What the whole culture is about. And
I used to be a firefighter. I used to be a firefighter, and then that was when I learned that firefighters are firebugs and they like fires. They like to be on the fire. They like to be away from their family, out there with the homies, out there in the wilderness. It's beautiful. Eating good every day. They got the food truck, giving out all the dope supplies, getting that extra overtime. That's how you get that money for that year. You need wildfires in order to get that extra commission. And it's been known that firefighters start fires. There are plenty of firefighters that have been caught starting fires. Most infamously, I don't remember his name, but it was a firefighter that used to start fires every year on the way to the firefighter convention up north. So every year during the firefighter convention, one dude would drive from this firefighter dude would drive from SoCal to NorCal and start random fires. So it's just a trail of fires all the way up. They're like firebugs. And I learned, I've seen my captain when I was a firefighter, he started a fresh fire and came back from his hike and got the crew together and went back down there and put it out. Ain't that some shit? So yeah, fires are started, and the reason for that is gentrification. You guys, that'll probably be the best word to use. A good example would be, let's say, for instance, I got a bunch of tabs here. The Kenosha fire. Let's see. This is the reason why they let fires burn and burn down neighborhoods and shit like that. Neighborhoods, I mean, communities.
We coming on 22nd Street, right in the heart of the hood, in the heart of the damage, chaos, and construction. If y'all notice, a lot of these businesses have boards on them that say Black Lives Matter or BLM on it. Wow, that's terrible. It gives me actually smell.
Think about that. So they allow people to burn shit down. They come back and investors get it for the deal. They upgrade the neighborhood, raise the prices of the rent, and get your ass up out of there. Right? They're like, hey, that's what they do. That's the idea. So that's the conspiracy, the rabbit hole we're going down. It seems as if there was a lack of response, a lack of alarm. They weren't alerted. Okay. We're going to go deeper in this rabbit hole. But let's kind of look at these photos and shit. That's on Front Street Road. The rims melted out of that bitch. Okay. Trees. Not a lot of, but where is the fuel? Where's the fuel? It seems like a really hot fire. Okay. But where did the fuel come from? Brush? Because let's go ahead and look at some of these videos of just random videos of the.
Tonight,
this is the destruction.
Growing as families. Tonight, desperation is growing as families.
Let's look at with the sound off, because you can get a better picture. And like I said, these news guys are here to get into your head and give you and pretty much and tell you what happened. They're going to break it down for you, and eventually you're going to come to a conclusion of the X, Y, and Z. You're just going to believe it. So I want you guys to listen and come to your own, use your common sense, or use as much sense as you can. Like, for instance, this picture right here. Let's look. You see this car. And then you see this green bush directly behind it. That's some weird shit. Hold on. Let's go back to that video. Look, there's a good one right there. Okay. Not so much. Look, that truck's not too burnt. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. But okay, that's one right there. This car is burnt the fuck out. Doesn't have no windows. This one diesel. So obviously had a windshield before the fire. Now it has no windows at all. Right here. Let's big screen this. See. I'll go back to this picture. Okay, no windows. But if you look directly behind it, there are green bushes and living trees right behind it. How did that car get to where it has no windows? But this green bush didn't die or get singed? See, that's when you start asking it, when you start going down the direct weapon, the laser rabbit hole. I don't have the credentials to accurately go down that rabbit hole. You know, I don't know too much about that, but you can look up stuff like direct energy weapons and our biggest arms dealers such as Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, amongst others. Well, they have it on their website. They brag about their direct energy weapons, their big lasers. Okay. They're able to equip on airplanes and ships and tanks, you know, submarines. Come on, we're going down a rabbit hole right now. People are devious. If they're, you know, you cannot trust our government. I don't understand why people even still trust even a little bit. I don't get it, but here, let's watch this. Let's watch the destruction with the sound off. Look, because you know, right? He's asking her questions. He's not giving the whole. They're editing this. Obviously, this clipped out. You're not getting the whole story. They never give you the whole story. The mainstream media does not give you the full story. They give you their story, which kind of like is my truth, which is there's only one truth. My bad. The grill finger's loud as fuck. All right, let's examine this picture. This area is fucked up, man. Look, this metal fence, I doubt it was like this before, but it's just fucking toast. No one ran this shit over. This shit just melted and distorted and shit. What happened with that? That shit hot as fuck. These fucking cars, the headlights, all the fucking plastic done fucking melted out of that bitch. Damn, that's all bad right there. See, and you got to understand that this is the new Nines. It has a CBS logo, so they've already edited the pictures. They're giving us the pictures that are going to tell their story. We're going to get to some regular pictures, some locals, you know, that were on the scene. The stuff that hasn't been scrubbed on the internet, because I found some videos that I was trying to save here. And just in the last 24 hours that I was building up this content, they're scrubbed already. They're gone. You can't. Let's see what he said, because he looked mad. They're not going to play too much, though.
Through for 90 minutes today, Maui police abruptly shutting down this entrance, leaving many drivers furious.
How are people supposed to get there if the damn roads are closed? Get some authority out there and figure it out. This is nonsense.
We saw the devastation in the area.
So he's pissed. He's a local. They're not letting him back in there. Shit, I've been hearing accounts of that. I got some more evidence of that. They're entering placards which pretty much was like a permission slip for you to go into your home and the area, do whatever you need to do. Maybe find your missing animals or whatever the situation is. Whatever I don't know. I'd hate to have to go through something like this, but I can only imagine what you would want to have to go back to your maybe just to see it. So, and they don't want you to go back to your home. Maybe find some stuff that wasn't burnt. You have to get a permission slip. This shit's getting real fucking fishy. It's getting fishy. You got to think of shit that's in history similar to this. Like, what was that? Rosewood? Black Wall Street did similar shit. Burned down the town. Wouldn't let them come back. I think it was like a code issue. The environment wasn't safe. They couldn't let them back for their own good, for their safety. See that? Come on, this just happened before. This happened before. Techniques. So what did they? Okay, what is a conspiracy? Did they set the fire? Maybe the fire started naturally and they didn't fucking respond. I've been hearing accounts of people not having to. Let me not talk. I'm going to show it. I got videos. Fuck that.
Being this close to the devastation, you actually understand
Hold on.
people had to
You. Whoa. They kind of passed right over that. What the? Okay, I am not a fire expert, but look at this hotel next to this nice big fancy house. Who owns this house? I wonder. Okay, I'll bet you. I wonder who it is, because that shit is still standing. But look at the houses directly across the street. Nothing. No sort of structure. None. How is that possible? I don't know. It's really picky choosy for fire not to jump with the wind. All this shit got burned. How did this shit got untouched? Look, nothing, no burn at all. That's bonkers. Oh, another big baller house right there by the ocean. Shit, but boats burned. I got video of boats burning in the ocean, but how did these fucking houses on the ocean, the nice big fancy houses, does this one get toasted? I don't know. Maybe this one got toasted. That'd be fucking odd as fuck. That may have been a bolted old house and that one caught on fire, but the nice extravagant. Look at this. It got seating on the roof. Thanks to ballers on the beach in Maui. God damn it. Yeah. We don't care. This is where the gaslighting and the brainwashing and manipulating and editing. They want you. That's how they tell their story. We don't need to listen to them. This shit's crazy, man. I feel bad for anybody that lost a loved one, or just. I know they've lost everything, and that's crazy. Okay, this is bonkers. I know in Cali, trees burn. They fucking burn down to the ground. Not all the time, but if you got cars melting, the metal on them melted, you would assume that fire is pretty hot. You don't take much to burn wet wood. You could cut down a tree and burn some wood. It'll take you a minute to get that shit started. But if there's fucking cars melting, the metal on them melting next to a tree, that's fucking hot, bro. Come on. That's hot. That's not. I don't know. I'm not a fire expert. Let's go. God damn. That's crazy. We're just gonna skip through this one. Let's get this shit going. I got some better videos to show you that aren't edited. They're from people. Oh, that shit was crazy. Damn. That's all that shit toasted. Man, this rabbit hole goes deep. We're gonna talk this climate change thing. The reason why you keep on hearing about it isn't because the climate is changing. It's not. It goes way deeper than that. And besides, the climate's changed. This planet, what they say is millions of years old. The fucking climate changes. God damn it. You're so small. Do you really think that you're affecting the climate? You're fucking arrogant if you think that you can come along onto this planet and fuck up the climate. That this planet that's been here for millions of years, you're not even here for a decade. The fuck out of here. It's not going. That's just some shit that they're trying to get money off of you, get money out of you, anyways. Burn your properties down and 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 make laws to mandate lowering the carbon emission or fees for emitting carbon. You know, extra $100 on your registration to your car because you have a vehicle that emits carbon. That shit's fucking. You don't want to go down that route, bro. Come on. Anyways, let's see the video. This is one that it's on CNN. Oh wow, they posted this. I thought this was the lady's camera phone, but it was somebody's camera. Okay, look, wooden fence next to a burnt tree. That shit didn't catch on fire. Oh, okay, a little bit. Looks like only the cars are on fire. How come the trees are on fire? This shit don't make sense. The hell? Okay, look, point this out. There's a dude walking through the fucking fire area, but apparently, according to the film commissioner, people were getting vaporized. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, just use your own common sense. It was melting metal, but the homeboy's just walking. This is a motherfucking car inside of a fucking garage. What the fuck? Oh, they cut that shit off real quick. We're gonna go back and watch that shit again. We gotta pause it. I'm just going down this rabbit hole conspiracy theory, man. You can't take their word for it. You can never do that. They know you know that they haven't been honest with you. And when I say they, I mean the powers that be, the people that we vote for. And if the voting system really works, we vote for them, so it's our fault. They get in the power and don't do their fucking job. The governors don't fucking issue the responses. They don't respond to emergencies. All this fucking chaos that could have been prevented. It's as if they had let this shit burn just so they can push their climate control agenda. They get the videos like this. So look, climate control. Look, climate control did this shit. They did this to climate control. This is all because of climate control. You drive a car that emits fossil fuels. Fuck out of here. That's crazy, man. That's so sad. But yeah, homie right here walking through unless that's a ghost, he didn't get vaporized, that's for sure. She driving in the car, she not vaporized. Let's see if her check engine light on, maybe on. Oh no. But look, there's a car in the garage right there of a building. Hold on a second.
6:30 in the morning. Just going to take a quick video from one end to the other. This is starting at Jodo Mission by Baby Beach, which is gone, and I'll head down Front Street.
Look at that shit. Wait, hold on. That's crazy. That's kind of weird how. Look, that shit is. Man, none of these cars. Look, maybe those cars weren't there. None of this shit burned. That's just bonkers. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm high.
Starting at Kai Poly. Everything's gone. Front Street Apartments.
Front Street Apartments. They must have not been fancy. They probably old. They was trying to get rid of them. This is all the shit they trying to get rid of. I'm gonna show you what they want to put there. The governor. This shit goes deep. Hey, the governor, Josh Green, governor of Hawaii. This motherfucker, he's not a good dude. He talks too well. He's very convincing. If you listen to this dude, he's telling the story, but man, he got some not good ties to the WEF, the World Economic Forum. If you don't know what that shit is, look it up. Okay, he like the young hero of the WEF, the World Economic Forum. Okay, he's with all this climate control shit. This climate control, just take the word climate out of it, and that's what they really want to do. Look that car. Wait, look, all these cars melted, but that one car. Just take out that word climate, and you get controlled. Controlled. So this car, right next to this car, where the engine block that block out that bitch, the rims, and that car. Look, I guess it doesn't burn the fire. The gas tank. Damn, them Ford Tauruses is fucking built for tough. I'm not even trying to make jokes right now. I'm just trying to make some sense of this. And just we're not fire experts, but that just doesn't look right. Then the building behind it is like toasted. Everything to the ground over here to the left. But the Ford Taurus, it's just a little singed on the back. That's just probably still drivable. But yeah, these cars, look, how did that look? Gosh, am I tripping? I'm not trying to make jokes or nothing, man. Look, just what is going on right here? So this is a truck. The rims melted the fuck off of it. All this plastic bumper gone. Was the tailgate back here? Was this plastic? Obviously had something in the back of it. You can see that. But the whole truck just melted. This is not good enough. This is bad. This is like I don't see how a wildfire. Where is the fuel for this right here? Okay, you're gonna say gasoline, but tell me if you've ever seen a car on fire. You know, I can't say that. I have to say, if you've ever seen a car catch fire on the freeway or on the side of the freeway, they do burn down to this. They do. They do. I don't know about the rims though. That's intense. Yeah, let's go.
Coming up on Waikiki Brewing.
Whoa, it's another one. Ford. We all. Oh man, I messed that up.
Outlets are gone. Coming up on Waikiki.
This guy right here. We see all the cars around toast. Completely toast.
Brewing.
But
Coming up on
these two. There's like a Ford, there's like a Chevy Tracker right there that didn't get too much damage either.
Brewing.
But this Ford Accord
and the outlets. Outlets are gone.
Outlet mall. I wonder what they got to build right there. Oh my gosh. That was a dog. Yes. That was a dog. That was shitty. Yeah.
Tommy Bahamas.
You saw the dog though, right?
I think he might have burned down in the fire.
Looking up toward the highway there.
She said she's looking for anything that may have not burned down in the fire. Or anyone.
Take a trip through here. So this would be movie theaters.
That's just crazy, man. You can only imagine.
Theaters are still there.
So if this can happen in Hawaii, where it's one side of the is rainforest, and
I got the front street here.
apparently this side it's been dry and no humidity, but there's not a lot of fuel. That means that this can happen fucking any city, my city, big where I'm from. Shit.
Sorry for the noise. We don't have a mic or any of the stuff. Everything was packed up in the car for the.
Look at this shit.
Out for the.
What was the shit made of out there? How does this just fall and it's just scattered out like that? It looks like, man, like there's a propane or something exploded underneath it.
Back out on the front street.
Oh my god. Look at this shit. Looks like it burned down and then it got driven over by tractors or tanks or some shit.
Nail through the slipper.
It's a weird view. Man. Let's speed it up a little.
On street. So this would have been Bubba Gump's right here. The trees that were inside Bubba Gump's. Up front street toward the north. Continuing on down. Nothing left. Fleetwoods. Unbelievable. Boats burned out in the harbor.
Boats burned in the harbor. That's crazy. So the ocean's on fire.
Toward Front Street.
It didn't even make any sense. What the fuck? How are boats on fire in the ocean? What the hell?
Dole Whip.
I'm gonna go up that way and go check my friend's house.
Okay. I'm gonna go all the way down the front street and come back. There's the library. Baldwin Park. House behind is where my buddy Alfie lived. Gone. Sorry, I got turned around with one street too. I was looking through the camera too much. Banyan tree.
Okay. This is like the from what I understand, this is like the island's sacred tree. If this is Avatar, this would be their mother tree. It's a dope that and it lived. It's amazing.
It's burnt.
That's pretty cool actually. Have something to rally around. They need that there for the new city. Oh man. Look how they did the flex. Yeah, man. He got still tires on it though. Still got tires you got a park next to the tree. And you got saved. But these minivan and it's like a Mitsubishi Eclipse didn't have the same. Let's see.
Burnt.
That's crazy, man. All this stuff survived. That's pretty cool. Right here.
King's Kamehameha School. Backside of Baker Street.
That dog survived. That's pretty cool. Hell yeah. Good for that dog. I hope somebody finds his. I hope he finds his.
Behind the fish
Get
company.
home.
Cool cats.
Our big home girl.
Kaba Bar.
This is unfortunate, man. But that shit burned down to the ground.
Looking back to the school. Prison Street.
Still made it.
Looking for the prison.
Straight to just jumps random as fuck. Anyways, I think that's enough for this shit. We're not missing nothing. Let's go through it real fast. Oh, wait. What's this?
.505.
Where the hotel is. You saw that on the aerial.
Heading south.
Okay, the dude doesn't want to show the.
Here's the highway just about as well.
Why isn't he showing the hotel? All right, show the hotel.
Standing.
Damn. Didn't even send the hedges. Singed the hedges. Oh, but across the street, still smoldering to the ground, dust. Look. Okay, got a little singe right there in the corner.
I just made it.
It's somebody's nice house, but oh my gosh, it's crazy. What was across the street? Were there some baller houses? Because the baller houses, that one made it. I thought we saw those on the aerial. Yeah.
On the beach. Yeah.
I'm trying to pay attention. Oh, hey, look. That's a nice little house. It made it. That's good. Another one. Anyways, let's keep going. That's good to see that. It's, those people that get to come home and be like, "Oh man, I was fortunate. God bless me." I don't feel bad because everyone else lost their shit. That's a. Man, it's still smoldering. It's all bad. Let's get on with that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you some eyewitness account that doesn't have a news network attached to it. Let's see, what's this one? That's what we got here. Oh, here's one. Here's another one I found. I'm actually gonna stop that. Pause. Back to. I got a lot of tabs up, you guys. My bad. Get on, finish this one real fast though. That's a lot more to show you. Maybe we'll make it part 2 because I got a lot more of this shit. This one's pretty cool. I found this one too. Look at this one. So this one actually, somebody sent the video into the news. Look at this tree. Oh yeah. This tree is burning from the inside out. This is craziness. That's crazy, bro. How's that even possible? It's literally burning from the inside out. That's some intense ass heat. I wish it was a video so you can see what. Oh yeah, hold on. It is a video. Oh yeah, let's play it. Damn. But we saw trees that didn't burn down at all. That one's burning from inside out. They say this is the conspiracy about that one is they say that the microwave weapons, the direct energy weapons, that's what they do. They make trees burn from the inside out. There's this dude in here this guy right here. Tree. He had some cool shit to say. Let's see. I remember. I see this video.
Is not a good situation at all. I've been running on about 2.5 hours of sleep, and
you gotta listen.
Messages from people trying to find out if their home is still there, where their family is at. Not just trying to get out in Lahaina. I'm waiting for to take me out there so I can get additional footage and check on people's family and pets. But right now, it is a disaster zone. There are vehicles that are able to get out there that are able to deal with the emergency specifically. But right now, people understandably are not allowed to make a bad situation worse. So I am biding my time and being patient to get out there to get more information. It was a terrifying night last night because fires were all over the island, threatening where I live as well. I came from Lahaina. I missed the fire by 30 minutes. And when those embers came up, it just burned everything to the ground. It came through with such ferocity that it burned the boats to the waterline. Nobody expected this. They knew that we were going to see wind.
It burned the boats. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. Okay, this was okay. Now here's some of the conspiracy theories. Let's go down some deeper rabbit holes.
Hawaii, on January 28th, a green laser was seen piercing the night sky. The light show resembled the green code from the Matrix. The scene was caught on camera from a telescope atop Hawaii's tallest peak. It appears the mysterious green beams actually came from an orbiting satellite. Initially, researchers from the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan said that the topographic laser caused the light show on NASA's ISAT-2 satellite, which is employed to monitor sea ice and the forest. However, later they updated that NASA's satellite.
See, that's one of them. This is another shot of that one. This is the news. The news is gonna tell you what to think it was.
Above Mauna Kea are likely from a Chinese satellite. Now, these are shots from the Subaru telescope late last month. The scientists there originally thought they were from a NASA satellite, making a 3D map of the Earth. But then their NASA colleagues told them the lights match the pattern of a Chinese satellite that does the same thing. The laser.
Yep. So they're blaming it on the Chinese people. If it does come to be found out that it was a direct laser, a direct energy weapon. See, this is another video where they're trying to make sure it be known that it was China. It was China. They're saying people were escaping into the ocean. Now I had a question. How is it a hurricane,
Trying to escape historic Lahaina town on the island of Maui with their
but not hurricane in the ocean?
started to spread
Let's talk more about that, Rudy
close.
This
Giuliani.
fire.
Charge in Georgia isn't the
Oh
only
wait, hold on.
that is facing
Across the street
Giuliani,
of
Trump's
us.
former attorney.
Like it was that close. So we were like, yeah, we gotta jump in the ocean.
Still able to touch the ocean floor beneath them.
That sucks.
Water. They wade.
But I just find it kind of weird. They're in the ocean, but there's
It was my
no
mom.
waves or nothing during a
Mom at that point
hurricane. Man, this whole thing
breathing. I
it's
was
just so the rabbit holes go so deep. Anyways, let's go through there. Yeah, another thing, man. I'd be on the flight radar for 420. If you've never been on this flight radar 420, I stay on this shit. Let's see. No, what the fuck? How do I get up out of this? I didn't want to do this. I just want to use. They usually don't make you. Anyways, I was about to show you what flight radar is, but the day the fire started, I know I stay on the flight radar every day. I look on that shit during the day every once in a while because I just think it's interesting. You can see the flights, the airplanes, you can see what's in the sky. Sometimes they have some weird military shit flying around your area. You can look up that fucking airplane and see what the fuck, why is it up there flying around? But on the day the fire started, there were these 3 balloons. There's 3 of them circled. I didn't think to take a picture of it, but I just thought it was weird. If you look, you can see it's a HBLA 649, not available, didn't have much information, but it's 60,000 feet in the sky. So that's up there. 3 of them. And you can look on the flight radar and see that these satellites were nowhere else in the world. I just say they're satellites, but who knows what they are. I looked on this thread right here. Somebody found a picture. So it looks like it's a balloon. And they have these scientific balloons that carry satellites, which if you subscribe to flat earth theory, a lot of people say that that's truly where you get your GPS from. That's another rabbit hole. But for these 3, you've never seen them on radar, at least, which is interesting. And maybe that has something to do with the fire. If you want to try to attach that to the laser beams, satellites, Chinese satellites, the media is telling us Chinese, but obviously we can't believe the Chinese. Everyone's going to say from that point on that it's Chinese without any type of proof other than the media telling them that's who it was. And I was talking about this Josh Dude guy, right? He is very fucking fishy. You could just. Man, he's a Josh Dude guy. Let's go down let's talk about what he has issues, man. So he's a new governor in town. I was telling you he's part of the WEFE. He just attended a World Economic Forum a meeting in New York where he was the keynote speaker, and he was talking about sustainable cities, which is a 15-minute city. We're not going to go down to that rabbit hole. If you want to look up 15-minute city, go down that rabbit hole. But we're not going to do that here. But I just find it interesting that the governor of that city had made plans already to make that a 15-minute city. And then it just burns down to the ground. Of course, if it's a 15-minute city, there's no private ownership. It's owned by the government. And they're trying to have it ran by AI. Smart technology only, solar, no gas vehicles, only electric. Everything on a grid ran from controlled through AI. But he had made this dude right here. Let's look him up. Fucking I'll look this dude up right now. Just want to show you a better picture of him, so you know who I'm talking about. There you go, Josh. Josh Green, governor of Hawaii. This dude's fishy as hell, bro. All right, so this guy, not from Hawaii, and I'm not from Hawaii, but I know that they take pride in their land, and they don't want no one coming onto their mess, and they're not selling none of their houses they want that shit for their family. They're gonna pass it down generation. They're keep holding on to that shit. If they sell it, it's gonna be another native. That's why it's been hard for them to get a hold of a lot of this land in Lehiana. But this guy right here has been going to the World Economic Forum and committee meetings and talking about how he had a sustainable city plan, 15-minute city. You don't want nothing to do with that. Okay, look, and then if you don't believe me, I found more evidence about that on Twitter.
Put it into workforce housing.
So, oops, I fucked that up.
Is in perpetuity as a
Damn it.
memorial to people who.
Let's go back.
We want this to be something that we remember.
Listen to what he says right here.
I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can.
That's your governor of Hawaii saying that he already trying to figure out ways for a state to acquire that land grab. So that was another conspiracy theory, and this is proof. It's no longer a theory.
Can put it into workforce housing, to put it back into families, or to make it open spaces in perpetuity as a memorial to people who were lost. We want this to be something that we remember.
Okay, listen closer to what he's saying.
Put it back into families, or to make it open that land so that we can. I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can put it into workforce housing.
So they can put it into workforce housing. So look up 15-minute city, and then attach that with workforce housing, slave workers pretty much. And now you have a resort town for, just think about it, big corporations coming in, building these high-rise, expensive condos, timeshares for the super rich, big-ass houses. He's saying he wants to acquire that land and use some of it for workforce housing. What is that workforce going to be working on?
Put it back into families, or to make it open spaces in perpetuity as a memorial.
And he says, or to make it open spaces in perpetuity for a memorial. So pretty much like, we're not going to let you build your house back here. He said, we're trying to take this land and we're going to use it as a memorial. We're going to use the workforce housings. Yeah, he's not going to say 15-minute city, but I'm not. Look that up. Just look up 15-minute city.
People who were lost. We want this to be something that we remember after the pain passes as a magic place. And Lahaina will rebuild. The tragedy right now is the loss of life. The buildings can be rebuilt over time. Even the banyan tree may survive. But we don't want this to become a cleared space where then, yes, people from overseas just come and decide they're going to take it. The state will take it.
Damn, did you hear? Smooth operator. Homie, smooth. Smooth operator. Homie, smooth as fuck. He says that he wants to make it for workforce. He wants to make some land for workforce housing. He wants to make open spaces for memorial. He says he's not going to let no outsiders come and take that land. He said the state. He's an outsider, mind you. He's not from Hawaii. The state, which is him, he's the governor. The fuck is going to take that land, bro? There's no rabbit hole. This is not a theory. It's a land grab. Now, how is the question? Is it just neglect? Did they not do their jobs? They just define a containment area and were willing to let that area burn. That's why they didn't respond. They just contained it to a road in the ocean. Or did they really use some type of satellite direct energy, maybe from a submarine? Man, let's go. Let's bounce about. Oh, we with that one already. What's this? There's a lot of videos. Go if you go to Twitter and just look up Maui fires. Look at this. This is really interesting right here. This one right here. Look at how you see how all the houses burned, but the trees around it didn't burn. Not even close. How does that add up? My God. I can't even understand this one right here. This one's hard to like, you don't have to be a fire expert to see how that the houses burned down to the ground, no structure left, but the trees didn't burn. They're still green. So the trees are supposed to be the fuel that flames the fire that ignite the houses. So the houses got lit up, but not the trees. It's like the opposite. But then the trees didn't even burn down the houses didn't even burn down the trees. The trees are just resilient. We're gonna be here. I see that's evidence towards direct energy weapons. Get rid of the houses. We're gonna buy the land. We want the trees still though, because when we rebuild, we want those nice old trees. I don't know. That's just a theory. That's still a theory. We do know it's a land grab, but how? Or is it more devious? Was there something more devious going on? Let me see. I got like a couple more videos to say. This one right here. This is another part of the island. This is where all the rich people live. The super rich people live, the condos and shit. It's dry as well. Hurricane hit the whole island. Obviously, it's a small island. You can't miss the island. But these are where all the fucking Obama has a house, and Dianne Feinstein, or there's a list. I don't give a fuck what this is, but all the rich people, all the nice houses and shit. This is where they settled for, because no one is giving up their land to Lehana. So there's down there in the other part of the island. But this is peculiar that their shit didn't burn. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I tripping? Oh my goodness. Look at some houses did burn. Am I tripping? No, those are burnt houses. And all over there too. All behind him. Those are burnt houses. Yeah. Yo. What a coincidence. Let's finish this video. That's really, really weird. Skip those, huh? Then you get the trees on fire. It burnt bows in the ocean. It burnt boats in the ocean, but it didn't burn trees on the shore. It's just, I don't know, man. So I just found this video. I didn't see to verify if the dude's text matches up, if this is really the governor's house. But what if it is? So that's the governor's house? Did it burn down? Yeah, that's pretty odd. The governor's house didn't burn down, huh? It's pretty cool. I think Obama lives. He has a house back in that first other video. Yeah, this dude's trying to be deceiving. He's going over the top of those nice fancy houses, trying to imply that that's where Obama lived. But I believe that Obama lived on another part of the island. But again, look, these nice house and this nice ass hotel, not touched. Not touched, of course. They need hotels. They need a nice hotel. That's owned by one of them. When I say them, that's let's say for instance, like if it is a Hilton, the CEO of Hilton. It's his shit. Maybe the owner of Hilton. They're not the same people. I don't know. Shit. All right, here we go. I was just going down there. I think that's all I had for you guys today, man. We're going down this conspiracy, see the future. We're trying to dissect conspiracies, and prove that it is no longer a theory, yet it is a conspiracy. Whether it be through just letting it go, like, oh, it got a fire. I'm not gonna go down this, but if you want to go down this rabbit hole, I got so many more videos. I'm gonna make another video, show the other videos of locals talking about how the water was off when they tried to go fight the fire themselves. The water was off. There's no cell service. There's no internet service. No fucking firefighters came. No fucking helicopters came to save the day. So there's water on both sides of fucking. There's water everywhere on the island. So how is there's no defense to the fire? So I thought was kind of interesting. Of course, Oprah Winfrey, her suspect ass. Oh, let's fucking land on Maui. Man, I just can't get over the fact that she just has a light smirk on her face. It just gives me chills up my spine, as if she's. Of course, she's been buying a lot of land in Maui lately, spending millions of dollars on land in Maui. And I can only imagine how the wheels are turning in her head and how she can capitalize on this tragedy. She may be at the fucking shelter trying to work deals with some of the property owners right now. She brought some pillows and shit. She's a suspect ass bitch. She's suspect as fuck.
But I'm really so pleased to have so many people, supporting, and people are just bringing what they can and doing what they can. So I came earlier just to see what people needed, and then went shopping. Because often.
Yeah, this bitch done brought a whole camera crew to hand out pillows. Get the fuck out of here. She's so suspect. And I just want to leave you with that because we're about to go down a Oprah rabbit hole in the near future. It's going to be amazing. We're about to go in on her trifling ass. But we gonna wrap this one up. It was definitely a fun first episode. We finna drop it on the Gorilla Fingers page, YouTube, also the Good in the Hood page. Follow me, Jay Stewie, your boy Stewie doing and moving it on Instagram at Free Stewart. It's been amazing. I'm gonna catch up with y'all.